I like that. That is a nice title. Walk a mile in her shoes. I'm sure that's a long mile for you.
Yeah, it's a long
Yep.
haul for them too, because it's not really just about me anymore. It's about the women that I have a purpose to deal with. I mean, not really deal with. That's not the term I would want. I have a purpose to love on them and show them the way. I heard right before I applied for the 501(c), I looked at some data, and that data was talking about the women that left, that exited a trafficking situation. And 2 years later, 75% of those women live in poverty. There's money for boots on the grounds operations. There's money to house trafficking survivors as they exit out of the lifestyle, but there's very little to propel them to economic security. And I wanted to offer that path to these women so that they can have the same life that I enjoy now so abundantly.
Good, good. So, for future references, where do you see the organization going? What are your hopes and aspirations for this? Because I can imagine it can't stop because that is what actually brought you to a new level. That's what.
You know, the long term goal, not every woman that exits out of trafficking is going to want to be a media buyer. It's a kind of a very niche area. But I also have relationships with call centers that do remote call centers. And so my long term goal is to go into shelters and to programs and set up remote jobs for the women so that as they transition out, they'll have a form of income and they'll be able to make better decisions and just have a less bumpy ride to go through establishing themselves and achieving economic security.